The 2026 Ford Mustang Eleanor, a name that carries Hollywood legend, street racing attitude, and unmistakable style. And now Ford brings it back with a modern twist, fused with cutting-edge engineering, retro-inspired design, and performance numbers that push it straight into supercar territory. So let's break it all down in full detail. The exterior, the interior, the performance, and of course the pricing, so you know exactly what this modern Eleanor brings to the table. The first thing that strikes you when you see the 2026 Eleanor is the unmistakable silhouette. Ford intentionally kept the character of the classic fastback while resculpting every line with modern aerodynamics. The front end is aggressive, sharp, and instantly recognizable with its signature Eleanor dual racing stripes running across the hood, roof, and rear deck. The grille is open and wide but refined, with LED strips that mimic the old quad-light look. Below, a reshaped splitter channels air with precision while giving the car a low, menacing stance that makes it look like it's ready to race even while parked. One of the biggest highlights is the Eleanor-specific wide-body package. It's not exaggerated. Instead, it's muscular and symmetrical, pushing the fenders just enough to house wider performance tires while giving the Mustang a planted, road-hugging presence. The hood vents are functional, improving cooling for the supercharged V8 beneath. The side profile carries sculpted body lines that pay tribute to the 1967 model but with smoother aerodynamics that reduce drag and lift at high speeds. At the rear, you get triple-bar LED lighting with sequential indicators, a more pronounced ducktail spoiler, and a quad-exit exhaust system that sits perfectly inside a reshaped diffuser. Everything feels like a modern muscle masterpiece designed to honor the Eleanor legacy without being a replica. Moving inside, the 2026 Eleanor embraces advanced technology while keeping a driver-focused personality. The cabin design is a big leap from previous generations, with a fully digital cockpit, customizable screens, and premium materials that give it a proper performance car feel. The steering wheel is flat-bottom, wrapped in Alcantara with metallic paddle shifters, and features Eleanor-specific badging. The seats are deeply bolstered sport buckets with integrated headrests, offering heating, cooling, and optional massaging functions. They're wrapped in leather and suede, with contrast stitching that matches the exterior stripe color. Even with all the performance emphasis, the interior quality has noticeably improved. Soft-touch materials cover most surfaces. The ambient lighting is customizable in 30 colors, and the audio system is a 14-speaker B&O, setup tuned specifically for the Mustang's acoustic cabin shape. Rear seats are still tight, as expected for a muscle coupe, but usable for short trips or extra storage. Visibility is better than expected thanks to thinner A-pillars and redesigned side mirrors. Overall, the cabin feels like a fusion of old-school character and futuristic technology. Now let's talk about what makes the Eleanor name legendary. Performance. Ford didn't hold back. Under the hood lies a 5.2-liter supercharged V8, an evolved version of the Predator engine tuned specifically for Eleanor. It produces a staggering 780 horsepower and around 690 lb-ft of torque, sending power to the rear wheels through a 10-speed automatic or an optional 6-speed manual for purists. This is one of the few modern high-horsepower cars still offering a true manual transmission, and that alone will attract collectors and enthusiasts. Acceleration is brutal. The 2026 Eleanor rockets from 0 to 60 mph in around 3.1 seconds thanks to optimized traction control, launch algorithms, and wider rear tires. Top speed is electronically limited to 198 mph, but the car feels capable of reaching more. The suspension is Ford's next generation Magna Ride system with adaptive damping that constantly adjusts for comfort, grip, and stability. The steering is precise, sharper than previous Mustangs, and tuned for quick response in both track and street settings. One major improvement is the braking system. Eleanor uses Brembo 6-piston front calipers with carbon ceramic rotors on higher trims, giving it fade-free stopping power during heavy track use. Cooling ducts and vented fenders help manage heat more effectively. The chassis is stiffer than before, reducing vibration, and giving drivers more confidence at high speeds. Handling has also taken a leap forward. The wider stance improves cornering grip, while the electronic limited slip differential manages power distribution masterfully. Whether you're pushing it through twisty roads or cruising on the highway, the Eleanor feels composed, stable and ready for anything. The exhaust note deserves a mention too. It's deep, raw, and unmistakably American, with multiple sound modes ranging from quiet to track-ready thunder. Finally, let's talk pricing. Ford is positioning the Eleanor as a halo model within the Mustang lineup. The base Eleanor package starts around $92,000, placing it above the Standard, GT, and even above the Dark Horse. With the supercharged engine, Eleanor Appearance Package, upgraded brakes, wheels, and interior improvements, the mid-range model climbs to about $10,000 fully, loaded with carbon fiber elements, performance pack upgrades, and unique Eleanor customization options. The price can go up to $128,000. While it's pricey for a Mustang, the 2026 Eleanor isn't just a Mustang. It's a collector car, a performance icon, and a tribute to one of the most famous muscle cars in cinema history. Ford knows this car will attract enthusiasts, collectors, and drivers who want that rare blend of retro attitude and modern engineering. And judging by the design, the performance numbers, and the craftsmanship, the Eleanor absolutely lives up to the legacy. So that's the full breakdown of the 2026 Ford Mustang Eleanor, an aggressive, powerful, beautifully designed machine built to bring American muscle into the modern era with style, power, and attitude. If you're a Mustang fan, a muscle car lover, or someone looking for something that stands out in a world filled with generic performance cars, the 2026 Eleanor is one of the sharpest, boldest, and most iconic choices you can make. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more deep dive reviews right here on New USA Auto.